Hello, and welcome to my Lopes talk. My name is Brandon Hagar at Grand Canyon University, teacher candidate in the master's degree of elementary education. Today we will be talking about engaging students in science instruction through active inquiry for grades 6 to about 8th grade years, give or take. Just a little bit before we get started, today we'll be talking about strategies to engage students through active inquiry with science, engagement strategies for collaboration and interaction, methods on how to capture and hold students' interest, as well as incorporating technology into the classroom instruction. First, we're going to get started about active inquiry, which it sounds a little bit intense, but really all it is student self-discovery. The students are given their things, their questions, their methods, and everything that they need, and they set out on their own or in a group and learn themselves. Essentially what it is students learn as the teacher facilitates. It's usually done in small group projects. It starts with the questions, and then the students set out and they develop the knowledge and the answers through their research. There's typically 3 parts to active inquiry, and each level and each step, the teacher is supposed to be less and less involved. So the very first step is the students get a question, they get the resources, they get the methods, and they set out to find out relationships between the 2 variables. From here, the second step, students get a question or are asked to find out how to solve it through research. So they're not really full on doing everything, they're more so just, here's this, how do we solve it? They set themselves go, and then they go and look up all the answers and possible methods. The last one, the third step, is the students are given a phenomena. And from here, the students are to set out to develop a question, the methods, the research, and then determine the relationships. And like I said, from each one, it's ideal that the teacher becomes less and less involved. This next step is the engagement strategies. A lot of it comes into, in science instruction, is group learning. We call it collaborative learning teams. And this is usually done if you take it and set it up the right way. And by having clear goals, you're going to get into groups and you're going to figure out why A plus B equals C, for example. It's usually done within groups of 4 to 5 students. That way it's not too big. Maybe have 4 to 5 groups in a classroom where a teacher can still manage, the loudness of the room, etc. But before you get started, you want to make sure that inside the group you establish goals and responsibilities inside that group. You want to give the group a few minutes to establish rapport with each other, promote group discussions, and always have positive, healthy team interactions. From here, we're going to move on to motivation and holding the student's interest. And this really, it can change day by day. You really have to know your classroom, you really have to know the students. But the best way to keep and hold their interest is to keep it fun. Create motivation by making it relevant. Make sure that it's not something that the students don't care about. If they don't care about it, it's going to be hard to maintain their attention. But if you give them something, that they're super excited about, they've been talking about for days, chances are you're going to have that instruction holding their attention span. One of the best ways to do this is to keep engage as many senses as you can. Let them touch things, maybe have them smell, or let the sound go off, or, change colors with the gases and fire, etc. That really keeps the students' senses engaged, keeps them alert, keeps them interested, keeps them asking questions, all these things to facilitate a healthy, effective science instruction. Another way is to make the content not too hard, but not too easy. If it's too easy, the students are going to be bored, they're going to lose interest, and, they're not going to care. But if, on the other hand, if you make it too hard, they're not going to have the encouragement or the motivation to continue to learn if they're constantly wrong. They don't understand something, or they miss something in the last step, etc. So you want to find that fine line of not too hard, not too easy, but still fun and effective. Allow the students to have a say. Let them say, hey, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Hagar, I really didn't like that. It was too hard, it was boring, it was long. Here's some ways that we can make it better. Maybe not talk as much in the beginning and let us just try and manipulate the things by ourselves. Let them have a say in what, instruction approach you take. That will always help out in the classroom, and students will feel that they're validated. They'll want to come to class. Keep the lessons ever changing. You don't want to do the same approach for structures of a plant, or why the sun comes up and why the moon's out at the night. You want to make sure that things are ever changing in the classroom. Students don't know what to expect when they walk in the room. They're excited to find out what they're going to do in science today. All these great things can come along and have fun. And to our teaching advantage is technology. Technology today is amazing, and the things that we can do with it inside the classroom is outnumbered. So 2 ways that you could really do it is I found that, using a video, an instructional video, maybe Bill Nye or Genius Buddies online, to open up a lesson, to give a little bit of the background of the information they're going to be learning, or at the end of a lesson to tie up any loose knots, give the students who maybe didn't catch on right away to catch up with the video and tie up all the loose ends. Another thing is a lot of the schools I've worked in now, they all have Chromebooks in the classroom. These are, little laptops that the students are able to access. And from here, they can, get online, they can research, they can look up information, find what they don't know, all these great things so that they know firsthand how to look things up for not only just this class, but in the future. When they have questions and they don't know the answers, they can jump on Google and Google something. Or if they need some extra resources, they can learn how to research on their own. All of these things are great when it comes to technology in the classroom. Thank you for coming to my Lopes talk. Again, my name is Brandon Hagar, and have a good night.